Walked in one by one, some hung their heads, others wore their feelings right there on their T-shirts. Today, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office announced an undercover operation they've been working on for months resulted in more than 100 arrest warrants and close to 40 arrests.
Hey, ma'am, stop.
They can't
Store
just
called
take
it
my
in.
food away. We got kids. EBT's gone. What are we supposed to do, starve? Don't be surprised when we start taking it. People got to eat.
Today, we will hear from people in the white community who are mad and fearful of losing their SNAP welfare benefits. Check it out.
So now, if you're on food stamps and you don't have a regular job, they are now forcing you to do community service hours, at least 15 hours a week, or you lose your food stamps. I have been on food stamps for 13 years, okay? I get the maximum, $4,300 a month, okay? I have 6 kids, 4 baby daddies. None of my baby daddies actually help with their kids, so I have to get help from the government, from the taxpayers, okay? From you guys, okay? I can't go out and get a regular job. I have 6 kids, like I just said, okay? And I'm doing this by myself. I can't go out and get a regular job. So now you expect me to go work for free? Because that's what violent community service is. You're working for free. If I won't go out and get a real job, work for cash, why would you think I would work for free? 15 hours. I don't have the time. So now I'm at risk of losing my food stamps because of this new rule. Can somebody explain this to me? Because it makes no sense.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay. I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country because I'm not dealing with this no more.
I'm a single mother, and I work hard. And honeys, I rely on food stamps for my food. I hate to. Honey, no one wants to be on government assistance. It's unstable as fuck. And now next month there's not going to be any benefits because the government shut down. Honey, I'm terrified. I'm trying so hard not to freak out and just to keep it together for my baby. But honey, I am fucking terrified. It's scary to not be able to feed your child. That's scary. And honey, he's 4 years old and he's autistic with sensory issues to food. He's not going to understand this. And why should he have to? Why shouldn't he get everything that he wants? He deserves that. And I work hard and try to give it to him. He should get it. And I know all you all feel that way about your children. You're crazy if you don't. You want to give them everything that they deserve. This is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. There's no reason why anyone should be hungry or unhoused. There's no reason at all for that. We're too wealthy.
In America, there is a misconception about who is on welfare. Now, let me just say this. There is no one program in the United States that constitutes welfare. There are many social programs in the United States that are part of what the United States calls the social safety net, which is really not much of a safety net at all when you consider the meager benefits that people receive. So, what I've decided to do is look quickly at the statistics from the last census. Now, this holds true going back, but actually in the last 20 years, it has increased. The number of people receiving public benefits of some sort or another has increased amongst one particular demographic, and that is amongst white people. 20 years ago, 61% of all the people receiving public benefits of some kind in the United States were white people. Today, or as of 2022, or as the last census, 76.2% of all the people receiving some form of public benefit were white people. And the rest were people of color, 13%, people of Asian extraction, 6%, give or take, and people of Hispanic, somewhere down in the middle there. So let's just talk about what constitutes public benefits. So I'm going to read this list here. And this is what makes up all of welfare, if you will, in the United States. Medicaid, SNAP, WIC, free or reduced price school meals, SSI, TAANF, energy aid, rental subsidies, unemployment compensation, and assorted other programs. So 40 million people in the United States live in poverty, and that number approximately is the number of people who receive public benefits of some kind. And of course, that varies when you include Social Security recipients, Medicare, et cetera, which is not it's an earned benefit. So I'm going to eliminate that for the moment. So of those people, the number of people receiving public benefits, welfare, if you will, some form of social program, social safety net support, as I said, 76.2% are whites. So I think this is important to remember when people start talking out of their ass.
For decades in America, a carefully crafted political narrative claimed that Black Americans were the primary welfare abusers. This message did not come from statistics. It came from political strategy. Beginning in the late 1960s and intensifying through the 1980s, politicians, media campaigns, and think tanks used images of Black poverty to sell white voters on the idea that government assistance was a burden caused by Black people. The infamous and racist welfare queen stereotype was pushed by the Reagan administration, even though no evidence ever supported it. This manufactured image justified cuts to social safety programs, and it successfully turned frustration about economic inequality into racial resentment. But the truth has always been documented. The majority of SNAP, also known as food stamps recipients for decades, have been white Americans. Rural white counties receive some of the highest per capita government assistance in the nation. Southern and Midwestern states with majority white populations are among the largest net takers of federal aid, meaning they receive more from the government than they contribute in taxes. In other words, Black people were never the face of welfare. They were made into the face of welfare. This lie shaped American politics, elections, and public opinion for generations, fueling resentment toward Black communities, creating harsh judgments about poverty, and distracting the public from the real economic forces, draining wealth from working-class people of all races. Now, the facade is cracking. As the Trump administration and Project 2025 policy organizations openly push to cut or restrict SNAP and other safety net programs, something is happening in real time. Millions of white Americans are realizing that the programs they depend on are the very ones political leaders have spent decades trying to dismantle. The fear and anger rising now did not appear out of nowhere. It is the shock of seeing promises made to protect you unravel in front of them. Many white Americans were told that welfare cuts would only hurt Black people. Now they are seeing that their families use SNAP. Their parents rely on Medicare and Social Security. Their rural hospitals survive on federal subsidies. Their children's schools stay open through federal funding. When those supports weaken, everyone feels it. So, how did we get here? Corporations moved jobs overseas beginning in the 1970s and 1980s, devastating working-class communities. Instead of addressing job loss, politicians blamed Black Americans using racial fear to divide people who were suffering in similar ways. Meanwhile, wealth concentrated at the top. CEO pay skyrocketed, wages stagnated, cost of living rose. Government assistance quietly became a lifeline for millions of working-class white Americans, even as they were told it was something to be ashamed of. So when today's policies threaten to remove SNAP benefits, Medicaid funding, and poverty assistance, it exposes the lie openly. Americans across the country, not just in cities, but especially in rural and suburban white communities, are waking up to a frightening realization. The system they believed was built to protect them was never designed for the working class at all. People are worried about food security, economic survival, healthcare access, the political future of the nation, and most importantly, they are questioning who the system has been protecting all along. Black Americans were never the drain on the American economy. The real forces draining wealth have been Wall Street deregulation, corporate lobbying, tax breaks for the wealthy, political strategies built on racial division. As this truth becomes more visible, Americans are beginning to understand that racism has always been a political tool, used to keep working people divided. Unity threatens the power structure, division protects it. And now, the fear rising in America is not just fear of losing benefits, it is fear of what happens when the truth can no longer be hidden. Tell me what you think about this topic. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.